Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead, your August 2020 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this month, I don't know why, week, I think it's just because I've just finished filming the weeklies. So for your actions and interactions with the world at large, what is happening for you here in August? So first out, you have the Page of Cups. So this is great, right? Because it suggests that over the course of August, this is you really focused on creating, on creating everything and anything that you've been putting your mind to. I actually feel like this is going to be a much lighter month for you guys, especially because the sun obviously in Leo is trine to Aries, so it's kind of like that harmonious energy. So even though it's not in your sign, you are getting that sort of boost of vitality and energy. And with your Page of Cups as your actions, this is about you coming from a place of love. It's about you really kind of putting your heart into something, and this is about you growing things like on a really organic level. This is, when you just pour energy into something and you kind of lose track of time because you get lost in the process of making, whether this is writing, whether it's drawing, whether it's artsy stuff, whatever it is that you're creating this month, you really are putting your heart and soul into it. And sometimes it's like, I remember with, in my younger years, I actually used to dance, and there were some moments particularly as well when I was on stage where I would just literally just disappear into, you'd forget counting the steps, you'd literally just feel the movement and the music just take you over. And it feels like this is what's happening for you guys this month, whether you're writing the book, whether you're creating the art, whether you are, creating the proposal. It looks like a lot of you are crafting something, but it's something that you're really emotionally and mentally attached to. This is something that you are really pouring your heart into, and for that reason, it's going to show this month. You're just going to have this sort of easy, cheeky, chappy smile about you, whether you're a man or a woman, that's just going to be really easy this month. And I feel like everybody's going to kind of tap into that. You could have very much a youthful sort of outlook or, glow about you this month. Tap into it, allow that to really shine through in everything that you do really this month. For your money and materials, you have the Queen of Cups. So this is interesting because you've got a lot of water energy here, right? Which really does suggest that you're very focused this month, on how you feel. It's not so much about what you can have or what you can conquer. It's more about how something makes you feel, whether this is a person, whether it's a project, whether it's even an object. It's all about how you feel about everything. Remember, your money and materials is everything, right? It's your home, it's your health, it's your physical body, it's your finances. And it looks like this month you are really paying attention to the money. This is going to be a month where you really are paying attention to, right, what are my needs? What are my immediate needs? Are they met? What are my long-term goals and needs when it comes to the finances? How do I get there? And it looks like a lot of you are getting very creative about creating either a new source of revenue or finding ways to beef up or nurture the revenue that you currently have. Or a lot of you might be looking into some sort of investment. Now, if I'm honest, I don't feel like this is going to be stocks and shares. I feel like it's going to be something more on the sort of solid level. Although the Queen of Pentacles wouldn't necessarily talk about land, it does feel like some sort of solid or sure commodity like that. Maybe silver and gold, who knows. But if you are investing in that, my advice would be to do it in actual assets, not stuff that is digital. So if you want to invest in gold or silver, go and buy chunks of gold or silver. Don't do it like online. Do you know what I mean? It has to be a tangible commodity. Now, when it comes to your physical, like your home and your dwelling, this is about you really beautifying the home. You're making it comfortable, and it's all about comfort for you guys this month. If anything, I'd say this is about you really nurturing and nourishing that inner child energy. This is about you really taking time to make the place that you live in really comfortable. You might find that you're drawn to comfort foods. You just want to have all of those creature comforts close. So this is a month as well. If that's is the case, just be cautious. Because it might create a bit of a desire for sweet things and a lot of them. For your health wise as well, I mean, health looks good. It does appear that this month though, again, you're very, very cautious. Well, not cautious, but you're very aware of what it is that you want. So this month is funny because you might be reaching for the sweet things, but on the other hand of it, you could also be very, very focused on the diet. So really, focused on what you can eat, what you can't eat. Maybe, you're deciding to go off in a different direction. Very interesting. And also a water sign woman could very well help you with your finances. This would be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. For your communications and conversations, you have the Two of Pentacles. So you are having conversations about money this month. And it looks like you're really focused on getting the most out of what you have, but also this is about you being really frugal. Not because you have to. I actually do feel like money is going to be very good for you this month. I just feel like you're going to do that, you're going to be more cautious with it. Like you might have a boost to the finances, or maybe somebody suggests something that helps you make money. And rather than sort of go off and just start spending it willy-nilly, you're going to actually really think, okay, what can I do with this money, or how can I store it in some way so that actually becomes beneficial for me at a later date. It does look like you're having a lot of conversations about finances, about budgets. Some of you could be writing sort of longer term goals for where you see yourself in the future on a financial scale. And also it looks like some of you might be reaching out to get a project funded. This project could have something to do with children, it could have something to do with something creative. For a select few of you, this may very well be about your own personal portfolio if you have one. And then finally, for your love and your heart and half, you've got the Star card. So this is great. It does look like a lot of you are meeting, for those of you that are single, it looks like you're meeting somebody this month, right? You've got the Star card, which suggests that you're probably likely to meet this person online. It's next to the Two of Pentacles, so it's a partnership card, right? But the interesting thing is, as quickly as you meet this person on the internet, you're going to want to meet them in person straight away. Do you know what I mean? Like you're going to be like, okay, let's cross the threshold. Let's not do this whole, talking online for months and months on end. Let's just finally get around to it. For those of you that are seeing somebody already online, this looks like the month where you finally move into that energy of like, you know what, now that the pandemic has calmed down, let's finally do this. For those of you that are partnered, this looks really nice because it suggests that you are doing what you can to bridge the gap between you and a partner. Right, so you're doing the work, so to speak, on the relationship or for the relationship in some way, shape or form. So let's have a look at your weeks of the month. For your first week of the month, you have the Justice card. So whatever this idea or project or personal pet project or business that you're working on, you are really committed to it, right? You've got the Justice card for this first week, which will see you really, really sticking, it's kind of like I'm sticking by this. I've put my heart and soul into it up until now. And I hear kind of a lot of you saying, you know what, even if it doesn't necessarily make me the money that I would like to see from it, I'm going to stick with it. I've worked with it or on it up until now, and I refuse to give up. I'm not going to back down from this. This feels like where I'm supposed to be, or certainly where I'm supposed to be putting my creative energy at this moment in time. For your second week of the month, you have the Temperance card. So a lot of you physically, it looks like a lot of you are on When I say a healing journey, this could be that you are finally coming out of a chronic situation or an illness. It could be that you're getting now this sort of deeper understanding as to where it is that you really want to kind of take your healing journey. For your finances, your Temperance card suggests that you're really starting to understand how you personally manifest money. Right, so this could show you, this could highlight to you the patterns that you go through. Right, this is what I'm like when I need something. This is what I'm like when it comes, you know. So you could kind of spot in yourself, right, okay, where am I frivolous with my funds? Where is it that I'm not so good with my money? Where is it that I don't necessarily respect the resources that I have as much as I could? When you can spot those things, the Temperance card kind of, because it's all about alignment, right? So it's going to reveal to you how you personally manifest money, finances, material things. And then it's going to show you either the holes in that system, or it's going to show you where it is that you're frivolous with the things that you create when it comes to money and materials. So actually, you know, although it's not the sexiest month, it's actually, you know, it's actually a very good thing, because it's kind of like, almost like life is giving you a chance to run a diagnostic on your money and materials. That's actually a good thing. When it comes to your health, yeah, like I said, definitely clearing up some sort of chronic thing. And it actually looks like your mood is a lot better. This month, you're just going to find that you have more energy. You're going to find that you're more vibrant, that you feel more like yourself. There is kind of like, you know, because your first card out was that Page of Cups. So you do have this kind of playful, fun, joyous kind of energy, but a lot of it is very focused on the end result. And the end result isn't necessarily about this. It's more about this. Like, you know, when you can, you know, when you just look back at something and you think, you know what, I did my bloody best there. I put my heart and soul into that. For your your third week of the month, you've got the Hierophant card underneath the Two of Pentacles. It does appear that a lot of you are either definitely seeking some sort of funding, or you're going for some kind of a loan. Now, what I can tell you is you've got the Hierophant card underneath the Two of Pentacles. Good news is you will get what it is that you're asking for, right? And interestingly enough, if you can wait until after the 10th of August, I think that's what, don't hold me to this, but I actually think that's when Jupiter goes direct. And that is when you want to wait for. I tell this story all the time, but about 10 years ago, I took a loan in Jupiter retrograde and it bit me in the arse. So if you absolutely have to sign before then, my advice to people is, if you say, right, I'm going to take this out over 2 years, 24 months, make it 36. Factor in that extra time for yourself, because it tends to be, if you borrow money under a Jupiter retrograde, you will end up owing either more, or at the time that you hope to have it repaid, it probably won't come off. With the Hierophant card, that's the financial institution underneath the Two of Pentacles, talking about applying for, you know, working with or around money or finances in some way, shape or form, aligning with an institution in a financial sense, and very likely to be a bank or a lender of some sort. So that's, you know, the energy is there for it though. If you're thinking like, oh, you know, this is what I want to go for, I'm 100% in, the energy is there for you. You'll get approved whatever it is that you're hoping to borrow. For your fourth week of the month, you've got the Sun card. Wow. So that's beautiful. And it's right underneath the star. What is the sun? It's a star, right? It's our star. It's our nearest star. And the fact that you have this underneath the star card, this gives you a real glimpse into the kind of love that you are welcoming into your life. It's very, very exciting for you. It really kind of tells me as well that for those of you that are single, this month you are definitely meeting somebody. And with the cards that are here, I don't see anything surreptitious. I actually like this for you. It just suggests that you will transition very quickly from that online connection into the real world, and so it should be, right? After all, that's where we have to live, in the real world. And then for those of you that are partnered, this looks like you guys are planning something that you've wanted to do for a long time. So for some of you, this could be buying that home. For some of you, it could finally be that sort of overseas or, you know, that final move where you're moving away or to a different place or a different country of some sort. Or if you're just planning some sort of long distance travel, but it's definitely there for you. And the money that you need in order to take that journey is also there for you, which is really nice. It's actually very exciting. So for your key to the month, you have the Three of Cups. It's just a brilliant month for you. It's kind, it's warm, it's easy. The Three of Cups as well, when it's coupled with the Page of Cups, that's a deeply creative energy. For those of you that maybe don't want children, I would say this is a month for you to be extra cautious. If you are, you know, if you have a project or there's something in your mind that you're trying to conceive, this is a great month for it. It looks like a lot more of a sociable month, a lot more of a warm month. I mean, even though these three are kind of, not necessarily that they're I mean, they're major arcanas, so they're always going to be heavy hitters, but it just kind of suggests that there is a lot of enjoyment here, but the enjoyment is coming from the small things that you do on a day-to-day basis. It's coming from those small interactions that you have on a daily basis. It's going to be you interacting with people and also with your work or your projects in a way that just seems to capture your imagination and take you off into, almost like this month's going to be very fantastical for you. There's a lot of fantasy, but there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of fun. Like I said, you're just getting back to the best of Aries, you know, that youthful, vibrant kind of fun, cheeky, happy-go-lucky energy. You could really find that that's very prevalent this month, especially because we've got the sun in Leo, which is a really nice element for you. All right, so with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.